A quick recap of what I've been doing the past few days. I was visiting my good friend Tane Octavius, and we had a great time. Just great. I will definitely go back to him again. He also gave me some gifts. Don't forget about Alva, because it's a good source of income. I also decided to time travel and visit the temple. There might be a couple of divine orbs waiting for me there. Sometimes lucky. Easy money. A little crafting for profit. Just a little bit. Because it's a very boring way to earn currency, although very effective. And of course gambling. And a little lucky drop. Greetings exiles, and I continue my journey. I have earned some currency, so let's spend it now. I need a new ring, so I buy a fractured base like this one, because I need accuracy. Speaking of which, I got lucky and bought a good base at a very good price, but if you can't find a vermilion ring, something simpler will do. Now let's buy some essence and start crafting. This is just what I need. Benchcraft. And Exalted Slam for luck. Just because I can. I have quite a bit of essence left. Let's make another ring. Maybe I can make something better. Nice ring. I think we'll need it in the future. Next is the belt. I'm going to use a base like this. And again, crafting with essences. I need to get as much resistance as possible. And preferably some life. I think I'll stop there. It's not perfect, but if I need to, I'll make something better in future. For this belt we buy a jewel like this. Very useful modifiers for my build. Now it's time for clusters. 2 large ones. And 2 medium ones. I also need gloves, and that means it's time for some serious crafting. Buying a base with the hunter's influence. Alteration spam. We need to find a modifier like this. Speaking of which, I found it very quickly. That's a good start. But now I need a second hunter's modifier, because I am planning to use Orb of Dominance. Benchcraft, we will need a suffix. Now Exalted Slam to get all our prefixes filled up. Then Benchcraft again, prefixes cannot be changed, and then Harvestcraft, Physical Reforge. This guarantees that we will get the second hunter's modifier. Now comes the hardest and most interesting part. We use Orb of Dominance and we need it to improve this modifier. Flip a coin. Unlucky. We start all over again. I got lucky and I already have 2 hunter's modifiers, so I'm saving 2 divine orbs. Flip the coin again. And fail again. It's a very exciting process. Well, the 3rd time's for sure. Finally. Thank you, Chris. I've already spent a total of 7 divine orbs and a huge amount of alteration on these gloves, but that's just the beginning. Now we need gloves with the Warlord's influence. That's it. My favorite alteration spam, again. We need to find +1 to maximum frenzy charges. Unfortunately, there's a second Warlord's modifier and it's not quite what I need. So it's a coin flip. No luck. It happens. Let's start all over again. That's what I need. All right. I'm already at the finish line. Now I'm going to buy Awakener's Orb and combine these gloves. I hope it turns out well. Not bad. Now I can do some syndicate crafting. And if I'm lucky, it will be a very good glove that I can sell for over 70 divine orbs. But I didn't do this one to make money, so I'll take the easy way out. I'm gonna add aspect of the cat. And benchcraft life. Simple and effective. It was a long process, but I ended up with some nice gloves, and I'm happy with the result. If you don't like crafting and don't want to spend time on it, you can buy such gloves, but get ready to pay at least 20 divine orbs for them. For example, mine will cost around 50 divine orbs. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video. Crafting is a very lucrative activity in the game. I hope you're not too tired of all this crafting because I still have a new helmet to make. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn on the recording, so most of the process of making this helmet is missing. It happens sometimes. Sorry, but I'll try to summarize what I was doing. First, you will need a base with this enchantment. I have it with a fractured modifier, and frankly such a base will cost a lot. So if you have a limited budget, take a regular non-fractured helmet. Next I need the Deafening Essence of Loathing. And you'll need to get some useful modifiers. I got lucky as always and got a nice helmet with T1 life and some resistance. Now for the final touch, implicits. A nice helmet, and as you all realized, it's exactly what I need. Impossible Escape. Gives us access to some very good nodes, and saves us a lot of skill points. A few jewels with these modifiers. I managed to find them for a very good price, and if you want one, you'll have to pay a bit more. And of course, Watcher's Eye. There are so many options here, and choose the one that fits your budget. The final upgrade in this video is Enhanced Support Level 4. I didn't buy it because I had a lot of temples. But such a gem will cost more than 5 divine orbs, and if you have a limited budget, you can choose Enhanced Level 3, which is much cheaper. Finally, that's all the upgrades I have planned for this part of the journey. So let's see the build in action. When I planned this build, my main goal was to make something very fast. A build whose main task will be very fast mapping. And to be honest, I got exactly what I wanted. Because mapping on Flicker Strike Berserker is very fast and enjoyable. And I get pleasure from this process. As for my atlas, it's still Alva and Metamorph, all the same as I showed in my last video. I also experimented a bit with the atlas. One of the options was Dune with Legion and Breach. And with this atlas, this build had no problems either. Everything died very fast, and I completed the map in a minimum amount of time. Long story short, any strategy with lots of monsters is perfect for this build. So try and choose what you like best. Now I'd like to talk about some of the weaknesses, or shall we say, features of this build. First of all, as you may have noticed, I spent a lot of currency on it, and in the future I plan to spend even more. Unfortunately, this is the price of being in the Elite Melee Club. Pay 300 divine orbs and welcome to the club, buddy. Also, defense is not our strong point. In my first video, I already told you that our defense is damage and 6 portals. So if you can't kill something very fast, you will be in big trouble. But luckily we don't have any problems with damage and everything dies very fast. Sometimes you will have bad situations, such as a monster with cycling damage reduction or invulnerability aura. In such situations, you simply cannot kill the monster and as a result -1 portal for you. Also, sometimes if you're not very careful you can jump into some explosion and accidentally die. And that's -1 more portal. But honestly, these situations are very rare, and I'm just warning you that this is not an immortal build. And if every character's death is a personal tragedy for you, after which you do 100 push-ups, then maybe Flicker Strike is not for you. And the last thing is that some people may have an episode attack of nausea from Flicker Strike, because we jump around the screen like crazy and not all players can withstand it. So I've warned you. But otherwise it's a very fast and fun build, and I'm not regretting that I started this journey. And I'm looking forward to buying more cool gear. But that will be in the last part of my journey. Well, I'll be saying goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Also, I will be very grateful for your likes, subscriptions, and comments. And if you have any questions, join my Discord channel. The link you will find in the description of this video. Bye everyone, and see you in new videos.